So when I first started Mary Kay, I was 22 years old. I was a baby. I've literally grown up in Mary Kay, you could say. So what was my story? So I literally came to a Mary Kay meeting. I didn't even get to try the product, but I was so impressed with the philosophy of the company. God first, family second, career third. I was blown away. I was like, these are the type of values that align with what I stand for. And I knew as a school teacher, I was never going to get paid what I was worth. So I was shy. I had no business experience. My friends and family did not really support me in the beginning. And I'm just so grateful that I persisted and said yes. You know, even that little tug on your heart, I felt like it was God saying, just persist. Like, this is something for you. Like, this is your vehicle to your dreams. And so when I first started, I was really busy. I was teaching full time, tutoring after school, planning a wedding with my high school sweetheart, just had a lot going on. And I would just sprinkle Mary Kay in my everyday life. And that's what I love about it. 80% of our women still work full-time jobs and do this on the side. And so while doing all that, working about 6 to 8 hours a week, I earned my first car. And in 6 months, I became a sales director, joining the top 1% of the company. I left teaching to do this full time. I was having more fun and making better income. What I've learned the most from the business is just what I love the most is the confidence. I did not have confidence when I first started, and I felt like Mary Kay has given me so much confidence, and it's something that I can transfer to other women and to my kids and friends, and I just feel like that's priceless. Honestly, the income is also something that attracted me. I knew that, but if I could start this today, one day when I have a family, it'll be working for me. And so we all know that the true way to wealth is to own your own business. Growing up a farmer's daughter, I saw my dad and grandfather run a very successful farm. I saw them work hard and play hard, and I knew I wanted to own a business, but I did not want the risk attached. And so I thought, it's $100, it's not a big deal. And so I, used my children, my future as my why, even though they weren't around. My story was I worked my business from 22 to 26 and just worked really, really hard, built a really strong organization. And then once I reached the top of the business, then I had a family. And again, that's my story. So the income is what really drove me. I wanted to be able to send my kids to a private Christian school, to be able to choose to live in the neighborhood of choice, to be able to travel on lavish vacations, and to give my kids experiences. And we've been able to do all that today. I have 3 kids today. I have Austin, who's 13, Mason, who is 11, and Addison, who's 9, and they are my world. And I'm so grateful that I worked hard when I did to give them the life that they have today. When I first started, it was really money and the philosophy that drove me, but today what keeps me is I'm driven by giving my kids experiences and to also make an impact and to really empower women and to encourage other people to pursue their dreams and to be part of a company that's making a difference. And so the income potential is incredible. My first year, I made what I made as a school teacher, but that next year was able to make 6 figures. And so at 25, I became the youngest $1 million sales director in the entire company, and at 26, the youngest national sales director in the company. And I don't say that to you to brag. I want to let you know that if I could do it, you could do it, because I came in with not all the qualifications. And so I really surprised myself through every small success. I just came in to make an extra $300 a week, and I thought, oh, if I could earn a card, great. And then just so much more came from that. So anyway, I've been able to make almost $5 million in commissions in Mary Kay, and that's not including my sales. Was able to retire my husband in 2008 when we had a really bad economy. Where can you do that? From 2001 to 2007, everything was going great. He was doing mortgages, I was doing this, doing awesome, and I was able to retire him at 2008 to come home for a full year, still living in our $1 million home, and just grateful for those opportunities. And then he found the farm, which I'm sure he'll tell you about in a little bit, but now he runs the entire farm. So we're a farm family. I grew up a farmer's daughter, now a farmer's wife. So it's just incredible, the opportunities. So I was able to buy our first townhome at 22, a $500,000 home at 24, and the $1.5 million home that I'm in today at 26. And so I always say money does not buy you happiness, but it does buy you choices and options. The other thing I love so much about our business is the sisterhood. I didn't grow up with sisters. I had 2 brothers, but I longed to have sisters. And so little did I know I would have all these friends and leaders all over the country. And so just being a part of a tribe of women that is encouraging you to be your best. You know, we all have different gifts and abilities, I believe. And so Mary Kay's really allowed that to blossom in me. You know, I had leadership abilities suppressed inside me that were like screaming to get out. And I feel like Mary Kay really helped to blossom that. So maybe you have some gifts that this would help bring out, or maybe it's a vehicle to help you go from here to there. But I love the sisterhood.
So when Dacia first started her Mary Kay business, we were just about to get married. And it was something that I didn't know anything about the company. I didn't know about the cars. I didn't know about the earning potential. So it was new to me and it was new to her, but we took the journey together, and I supported her from the beginning. I think that was really important, was to get my support from the beginning. Was it 100% support? I would say I kind of tiptoed into it, right? Just because I didn't know about the pink Cadillac, and I didn't know about the trips. So when I first began really believing in her business, there was a time when I was locked out. I don't know why I was locked out, but I was locked out of the house, of the townhome, and I had the key to the mailbox. And I went and I got the mailbox. I opened it up. Now, granted, this was only 6 months. She had only started in 6 months, and we had been planning for the wedding during that time. So for the last 2 months, really, there wasn't a whole lot of work that she was able to do because she was planning for the wedding. It was some, but not a lot. So I went to the mailbox, I got the mail, and I'm always really big on not opening up her mail. But I saw Mary Kay, and I knew it was a check because I had already known that they do send checks on the 1st and the 15th of the month. So I kind of just held it up to the light, and there was a 4 with a comma, meaning 4,000 and something. And that's when I really opened my eyes that, wow, this is a business that I need to get behind, I need to support, I need to really learn about how I can help her. Because if in a short time she was able to make $4,000 during planning for the wedding, and also connect with so many people and love on so many people and bring so many other people's lives to a point where they never were before. The confidence that Dacia shows, the way she speaks, the way she is so knowledgeable about her business and a woman entrepreneur was not always there in the beginning. It's something that she evolved into. So I want to let everyone know that everything kind of works in small segments, and there are obstacles in the beginning there, and then you learn your comfort level. And I think that Dacia is an amazing example of how well she learned everything, she incorporated it into her style, and it was able to project it forward with all kinds of people from all over the world. And so what I love about your business, Dacia, what I love about the Mary Kay opportunity that's presented for all women in it, is the trips are my favorite part. I think we always talk about that. We always look forward to the trips that are around the world. And we've been all over the place. But the cruises are some of my favorite because we're always condensed in each other's space always. But also from your business and my business, how they've played off of each other so well, from entering into agriculture 14 years ago and coming from the mortgage business, which are total opposites when it. Yeah, 14 years ago. Yeah, she couldn't believe it's been 14 years in farming. And so our businesses work so well together because her flexibility and her schedule, which is really, between the trips and between the flexibility, those are 1A and 1B of what attracts me so much in her business. Because now with the 3 kids, where when Dacia started the business, we didn't have any kids. And now we've got 3. Both her business, my business have really worked well together. And probably more so her business, as mine's seasonal for about 9 months out of the year. Hers is year-round, yet it gives her the ability to work in and to work it out depending on our schedules. She just needs her phone. Yeah. The flexibility of her schedule, whether we're in a family trip to Arkansas, or whether we're in the mountains of Georgia, or whether we're in a boat in the Mediterranean, she's able to work her business, communicate with her people, stay in touch, stay connected, motivate, inspire, and just stay right there and be around and be needed for whatever she needs. And likewise with the kids. If it's dropping off at 8 o'clock in the morning, picking up at 2 o'clock, one of the kids forgot their homework assignment, running it back there at noon, taking them to something. The baseball, I try to handle as much of the baseball as we can.
Because my mom gets to do Mary Kay, I also can go to a great school like Westminster, and I have a good education, and I get to go fishing and a lot of cool trips, and I also get to play baseball. Hi, I'm Austin, and ever since I was a little kid, I remember my mom being in Mary Kay, and she's always been a hard worker and tried to pursue her goals. I also like when I go to seminar and I'm the DJ because I don't know, it's just fun. Yeah, and I also like that my mom is always there for me when I'm playing baseball. We get to go to nice tournaments. I just like that we get to travel a lot with my team, and she's always there supporting me.
What I love about Mary Kay is that I get to help my mom with all her meetings, and she's teach me to be positive, set goals. I try to achieve them. I just love Mary Kay. I think it's a great business. Definitely recommend doing it. Also, I don't know how to explain this in words, but I just like make friends with my mom's directors, and they're just really sweet and nice. And my goal is to become a Mary Kay director one day, just like my mom.
So how does it work? How does this whole thing work? So this is what impressed me. It's $100 to start a business. $100. Where can you start a business for $100? And you get over $400 of product for $100. Guess what? You make 50% on all you sell. Super easy. I love the simple marketing plan of 50%. So if you sell $500 for the week, you profit $250. You sell $1,000, you profit $500. And guess what? It's consumable. When you sell something, you want to sell something that's consumable, that's washing down the drain morning and night, right? Because then you always have that customer coming back to you and they're happy because they're seeing the difference in their skin. There's different ways you can make that 50%. You can have a website business for $25 a year. You can take catalog orders. You can wear the product and someone says, oh, I want that online. You send them the link. You can do virtual appointments, which is what we do a lot right now, virtual 101s or group settings in Zoom or FaceTime or whatever. Beauty experiences, all the things. You're your own boss, but you make 50% on everything. The second way is you can build a team and you make a percentage from what your team does. And you have someone like me, a mentor, a coach to help guide you in building your team. So you're making that 50% directly because you're your own boss, you're 1099 from what you sell, and then you're making a love check. And then the third way we make our income is through the car program, and that really attracted me. I was like, if ever I could earn a car, that would be so cool. Because the only place I saw you could earn a car is like the Wheel of Fortune, and when was I going on there, right? So the first car I remember I took, you get $425 cash, or if you take the car, they pay for 85% of your insurance. And then the second car is an Equinox, so you get $500 cash. And then the prestigious Pearl SRX, the Cadillac, which everybody knows. Everybody's always like, do you have the Cadillac? And I remember my first Cadillac, I was like, I can't wait till someone says, do you have that pink Cadillac? And I'm like, yes, I do. You either get $900 cash or that car. And then at my level, as a national, we either get $1,400 cash or the pearlized pink Escalade, and it's just that trophy on wheels, and it's a patented color, nobody can copy it, and it's just the symbolism of women and empowerment and girl boss. I just absolutely love it. So driven free since I was 22 years old, which is super, super awesome. And you have the choices at my level to take the $1,400 cash or the car. I have driven pink for 17 years, and just this year I decided to get the white Navigator black label with all the bells and whistles. I just needed a little bigger car, and we had choices. And so my boys are in 4 baseball leagues, 2 travel ball, 2 regular ball, and then we have dance. So we have so much going on. So just being able to select the car of your choice or to take the car that Mary Kay gives you, just cutting off that car payment is huge. So I think it's worth a try. It's a $100 decision. We spend $100 at Target, Walmart. It's never changed our life, right? And so you'll never know unless you try. So maybe you're thinking, gosh, I'd love to do this, but I'm so busy. We're all busy. But what I found is that the busier you are, the easier this is. It's when you're busy, when you're seeing people with skin. And now today, you can work from the comfort of your own home. I work a lot online. You can follow me on Instagram at Dacia Lee, Dacilia, and you can see I live a very balanced life. At home, I'm home a lot. I take my kids everywhere. You'll see they're a huge part of my life, and I'm able to make an executive income all from my phone. So that's huge to be able to have an extra stream of income, to be able to have a mobile business that you can take anywhere, right? So the time, you'll make the time, especially if you're making extra income. The other thing that holds you back is, $100. Well, you know what? It takes money to make money. You go back to school, it takes money. You want to learn a new craft or skill, it's going to take money. but you'll never know unless you try. And then, the biggest thing that could hold you back is just fear. And I always say, all fear is this false evidence appearing real, and you never know unless you try. And so I just believe that every woman is better if they've ever been a part of Mary Kay, whether it is for a few months, a year, or 50 years, because it's going to teach you confidence. It's going to teach you leadership skills, business skills, life skills, people skills that's going to help you in everyday life in your own business or to pursue another business, or maybe this is the business that you are supposed to be a part of in life, like me, whatever it is. But I believe that it will empower you and enrich your life and other women's lives. And, Mary Kay always says, if just one woman today finds out how great she really is, it'll be an incredible day. So we'd love for you to take a chance on yourself, and we'd love to have you part of the Mary Kay family, and I'd love to have you part of our team.